Jamaicans' hair color and history. What race is black hair? Black hair is mostly common in Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean. Although it is seen in Europeans and the French and Latin people, it is not too common there. There is a part of the UK called Ireland, and people that are born there with black hair and have Celtic roots, are known as Black Irish. The black hair has many varieties and look-feel textures. It is a dominant genetic trait, and it is found in people of all backgrounds and ethnicities. Black hair contains plenty of eumelanin pigmentation, a type of melanin. This type of hair type contains a much more dense quantity of eumelanin in comparison to other hair colors, like red, auburn blonde or brown. In English, various types of black hair are sometimes described as soft black, raven black, or jet black. The type of skin tones associated with black hair is wide, ranging from the lightest skin tones to dark skin. The Afro hair is a hair texture common among populations, genetically adapted to life in the Caribbean, and other tropical hemisphere. Western adjectives such as woolly, kinky, or spiraled have been used to describe the Afro-textured hair. While the dominant type seen in Jamaicans is mostly black and thick, while the curly type is spontaneous, bouncy and independent. Jamaicans with black hair have experimented with more than one ways to tame their hair, since their arrival in the Western Hemisphere well before the 19th century. Over a few years, of the transatlantic slave trade, which seen some Jamaicans, got traded in exchange for goods, from West Africa, their beauty ideals have undergone numerous changes. The enslaved Jamaicans, found ways to adapt, finding sheep fleece and carding tools to be useful for detangling their hair. Some suffered scalp infections due to harsh grooming, and living conditions. To disinfect and clean their scalps, they apply kerosene or cornmeal unto it with a cloth. Enslaved field Jamaicans shaved their hair, and wore hats to protect their scalps against the sun. But the house slaves had to appear tidy, and well groomed. The men often wore wigs to mimic the masters, or similar hairstyles, while the women typically plaited, or braided their hair. As time ages, cooking grease such as lard, butter and goose grease, were used to moisturize the hair. Women sometimes used hot butter knives to curl their hair. Because of the then prevalent notion that straight hair, which, unlike kinky hair, is common in people of European origin, was more acceptable than kinky hair, many black people began exploring solutions for straightening, or relaxing, their tresses. One post-slavery method was a mixture of lye, egg and potato, which burned the scalp upon contact. But now Jamaicans have chose to embrace their natural textured styles. You can see this in the Rasta communities, middle class, lower or every class, with certain types of kinks in their hair.